I am not a happy camper. G'day everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Iron Man project. I am Ade and this is Iron Ade, and I think we're on episode 8 now of the Iron Man project, which is pretty darn good. This dude here just decides to get right up close and personal while I'm doing my intro. Thanks, bud. So this episode we're going to get back into the questing, and we're going to start off with the last two Zaya quests for Shazian and the Lovakenge houses. Last episode we got the prerequisite 20 favor in each of the houses, so now we can go and finish off the last two quests and then continue on down the quest list, just knocking out quests one by one. I find personally that completing the quests and just any quest that you can early on is a really good way to get a lot of early XP onto an account. People decide to go about things different ways, but now that I've finished grinding out 99 fire making, I kind of want to get around and explore the world rather than just being stuck in the one spot for too long. So you'll probably find me chopping and changing stuff just because I'm enjoying playing the game again. It's been a very long time since I played early to mid-game RuneScape. I mean, I made my main account like 5 days into the servers going live, and I've just been working on that one account since. This is the only other account I have. Yeah, so we're just going to run around and do some stuff. Well, I guess we'll kind of take this episode as it comes. I don't really have, as I say at the start of most of these episodes, I don't really have too much of a plan because I kind of just do what I want when I want to do it. So we're just going to do what I want when I want to do it. First cab off the rank is Tale of the Righteous, so I think everyone kind of gets the gist with quests, so I'll just come back when that's done and we'll see what we get as a reward. So there we go, there is the Tale of the Righteous completed. 1 quest point, 8,000 coins, a favour certificate, and a memoir page. So we'll quickly read the Shazian favour certificate. Nice and done. There we go, there's another teleport to our memoirs. Next on the list is, what's it called? The Forsaken Tower. This one might take a while. Alright, so we're taking a quick detour here from the questing. I'm getting real sick of not having enough teleport jewelry to fuck around the place. You know, just teleport where I need to go during quests and shit. So I want to try and make some jewelry to teleport, but the problem is I am only 33 smithing. So in order to make gold bars, I need to be 40 smithing. So we're going to try and use what XP we've got in the bank with the smithing, so the silver ore, and make some hopefully cannonballs if I can. I don't actually know. I'll have to look into that, but that's the plan. Just going to use all the crap we have in the bank to see if we can hit 40 smithing, so then we can make some teleport jewelry. And there we go. And there we go. There is the magic. Jesus Christ, my computer hates me. I can't do anything. There is level 35, the magic level, which now allows us to make cannonballs. So we're just going to keep on making those steel bars and then hopefully turn those all into cannonballs. And then we can, when we eventually get enough money to, well, when we eventually have enough spare money to go spend 650k on a cannon, we'll have some ammo to put in it. Yeah, I can't talk. Alright, we used up everything we had in our bank, and I don't want to use up everything just yet in case we need to use it for something specific, but we only got just shy of 37. So in order to get the rest of the iron ore that we need, we're going to come here to the Kendarin Monastery and just mine out these iron ores. And then we're going to run over to the bank, deposit them, and then teleport back using the cape, and just keep doing that until we have enough to get through to 40 smithing. So I don't know how many that's going to be. I'll have to figure that out while I'm doing this. But we'll be back once we get to 40 smithing. There's a sneaky mining level for you. Level 49 mining on the way through to try and get those smithing levels. And there it is, there is level 40 smithing after a couple of hours of grinding, and now we can smelt gold ore. Let's go make some teleport jewelry. Alright, so after hitting 40 smithing, we've smelted up some gold bars and made some jewelry, and now it's time to enchant all said jewelry into the juicy teleport jewelry that we will be using for now. I've only got 12 cosmics to start off with here, so we can't do too many. No point getting carried away, but getting these is just a good start. That way I can teleport around the place during these quests. Definitely worth. So there we go. We got a little bit of teleport jewelry for the account. So that should carry us over for a bit, and then if I need to get more, I have 343 gold ore, which I can smelt up into gold bars, and then make our way over to the mage bank in the Wildy, because now that we're no longer a hardcore, we don't have to worry about that. So we can go up there and get some more cosmic runes, or we can, or we could go to Ali Morrisane if we have to. So we've got some options. But either way, that little mini grind is now done, and we can continue on the quest grind. And there we go. There's the Forsaken Tower and all of the basic Zaya quests done. 1 quest point, 6k coins, 500 mining and smithing XP, a favour certificate, and a memoir page. So let's just use the favour certificate very quickly. There we go. Okay, look, we are now 41.6 Leverkench favour. That's pretty good. But more importantly, the thing that we really wanted was the Leverkench teleport into the memoirs. There we go. We have all of the pages for the memoirs in the book. So we can use this to teleport around Zaya until we get the fairy rings and the mine carts all sorted out. So that's a nice little quest done. It'll help us out getting around this continent. And now on to the next one. I'll have to find out which one that is though. So we just hit 47 magic with one of the arcane knowledge books you get from handing in books or manuscripts here at the Arceus Library. We need to get to 31 prayer in order to do the Scorpion Catcher quest, which is next on our list. And I thought, why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? And we can come to the library and get ourselves 100% Arceus favor. So we can, well, we only really need 60% to use the spell book, but we might as well get to 100 while we're here because it's not very hard. So we get to minimum 60 while we're here, get some experience and get some favor while we're at it. All right, here we are with our last 6. Hand them in. We're going to drop these bad boys here. Chuck this down. All going onto the magics. We are just shy of 48 magic, but we are now 100% Arceus. So I believe I just have to go speak to the Arceus architect. I got to find out where the fuck he and or she or it is really, and we can quote unquote lock that in, and then we can go reanimate these heads. I think I might have to go get some nature runes first, but thankfully we have our trusty memoirs we can come back pretty easily for. So we can let's go take care of that, and we'll come back when we're reanimating those heads. All right, we're over here at Ali Morrisane, and we did 2 rune Sudokus to get access to the discount rune shop, and this is what we ended up with. The first set I couldn't get because I had too little inventory space, so we didn't end up buying all of them, but we ended up getting a nice little haul, especially these 25 lore runes, which is really nice. But we needed specifically natures, bodies, and souls, so we could reanimate those heads to get to 31 prayer for Scorpion Catcher. So we're now done that, and we can basically put all these runes away at the bank and teleport back to Zaya to get back involved in the reanimating heads process. Well, by reanimating our first Chaos Druid here, we've completed a medium task in Karen and Kebos. And to be honest with you, we're also probably going to get ourselves that magic level we almost finished off with the library books from the Arceus Library. So we'll check back in at the end of this and see. Oh, look at that, 24 prayer as well, nice little sneaky level. We'll check back in at the end of all this and see how we went. All right, we've just used up all of our heads here, and our little chat here is pretty clogged up with levels. So not only did we end on level 32 prayer, which is a level above our goal, but we also got 48 magic, we got to 38 defense, and then we got 38 hit points, which brought us to a grand total of 977 total level. So we're only, what, 23 levels off the big 1k total level? And now we can go to Scorpion Catcher. So let's go over and do that quest now. One thing we did forget is that I hadn't finished the bar crawl mini quest in order to Scorpion Catcher either. So I just went to the Port Sarim and the Falador pubs and had a couple of beers there, and you can see I'm quite drunk. My stats are pretty far down. And handed it in, and also turned on the smashing of vials, so I don't have to worry about having them in my inventory when I've completed potions. Alright, here we are. We have all 3 of the scorpions, and now we can hand them back. And there's a Scorpion Catcher quest done. Doesn't really help us progress the account at all, except for getting us to 41 strength. So we did the first 40 HP also with the Addy Skim, and it took like 5 minutes to get 40 HP off of the the Black Knight Titan here. And then we swapped over to Excalibur to see how much better it could be. And we found out that Excalibur does significantly more damage. I think the highest I hit with the Addy Skimmy was like a 5, and I've been hitting like consistent 7s with Excalibur. It seems to have died off a little bit than it was at the start. It might have just been a bit of RNG luck, but at the same time, you need Excalibur to finish him off anyway. So you might as well just use Excalibur for the whole kill in my opinion. This hit, come on, do it. There we go. On the other side. You know what? Oh, no. I don't want to risk that. Can I, Yeah, good. I could use that for a new quest. One of the, Maiakyu. Maiakyu? Yeah, it's Maiakyu. One of those quests, requires you to, have some steel weapons, and I think a longsword is one of them. So I'm going to hold on to that for now, and hopefully that'll become in handy then. And now, here we go. We're headed in this. 11k prayer XP, 15 and almost a half k defense XP, 2 quest points. The prayer level is now 37. We can now use protect from magic, which is quite handy. And our defense level is now 42. So that got us up 2 combat levels. And we can now use the protect from magic, which is quite nice, but it's not as nice as 43 where it would be. So on to the next quest. Decide the next quest we want to try and do is Fairy Tail Part 1, so we can start Fairy Tail Part 2 to get access to the fairy rings, because I'm sick of not having another way to get around other than using up all these teleport jewelry that I don't have a lot of. But in order to do that, we need to go and complete Lost City. That's the name of the quest, Lost City. So that's our next goal, is to complete Lost City and then Fairy Tail Part 1, so we can go and use fairy rings. So off we go. The quest being a lot shorter than I remember it, the Lost City quest is now done, which is pretty nice. Monera and Zanaris, which is a nice little handy feature, especially if I need to go hunt some imps with my abysmal hunting level. But now we can start Fairy Tail Part 1. So we got to the part of the quest where we need to get some items to make the magical enchanted secretaire things. And we got pretty unlucky in that we need to get ourselves a nature talisman in order to make the secretaires. So that means that we have to go into the abyss and fight off some of the abyssal creatures there and hopefully get a drop of a nature talisman. Now, it's not that difficult and it's not that bad because we are not a hardcore Iron Man anymore. So it means that we can just go in there and do it and we don't have that much of an issue if we die. But at the same time, it's not something I'm really looking forward to doing. So let's just get it out of the way and head over there now and see if we can get lucky. We've been here for a very long time now. We finally figured out how to de-aggro these leeches. And so far, we have gotten a Cosmic Talisman, every rune pouch except for the small one, and an Elemental Talisman. The Cosmic Talisman is the same drop rate as the Nature Talisman, and the Elemental Talisman is 1 in 256, which is double what the fucking Nature Talisman is. I am not a happy camper. So at the end of that inventory of food, we end up with 3 body talismans, a water talisman, a mind talisman, an air talisman, a fire talisman, an elemental talisman, but no nature talisman. This is some fucking bullshit. So I just go through the whole process of getting aggro taken off of me, and the first drop back after that, we get the nature talisman. Let's pick that up. And I'll show you how you lose aggro, right? Just while we're here anyway, right? Oh, no, that's not what we want to do. All right. So if you look here, apparently it doesn't come up on the map. In the northwest side of the abyss, you can see it's all here. Northwest is this little alcove here. And if you stand directly where I am, 1 tile south of these little warts and 1 tile north of these little tentacles, you'll see that nothing can get in here. So these guys have been stuck here trying to aggro on me for the last 10 minutes. Actually, I think this guy's new, so it might have just been before the 10-minute mark that we got this. But either way, you go up, you come back down, and I think it's because he's attacking with range because I've already actually attacked him. But either way, if you go up and come back down, it'll pull whatever's closest into this square here, and it means that the only thing that they can attack is you. So I might as well stay here to try and get the last pouch that I need, the small pouch, and maybe some other random rare talismans that I can't get at the moment. But we have the nature talisman in the bag, and now we can go and continue getting what we need for Fairy Tail Part 1. I tell you what, I'm pretty pissed right now. I just got my second nature talisman about 4 kills after I got the first one. So, fuck the Abyss. So after taking about half an hour after we got the nature talisman, I realized I used up a majority of my lore runes over there, just getting back in from the Abyss. So I went over here to do the rune doku, or the Sudoku of runes, and it took me about half an hour, as I said, but we got there, and we got all these runes, which is not too bad for 28k, especially this. This is very lovely, and this is pretty good too for enchanting. You know, I would have liked more nature runes, but I'll survive. Also, just a quick clarification. I did say I was waiting on the small rune pouch at the Abyss as the only thing left to get. I forgot that you actually get the small rune pouch by completing the Abyss mini quest, so I've got it in my bank, and that's why I couldn't get the drop. So we don't have to worry about that. We've gotten everything we need from the Abyss now, and we can continue on. But not this episode, because we have run out of time. We will continue on with completing the Fairy Tail quests next episode, but until then, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and the subscribe button so you can see more of Iron 8A content or anything else on the channel. I also stream on Twitch every Monday and Friday, usually somewhere between 4 and 7 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So come on over and say hi in chat and let me know what you think of the videos. We will see you in the next episode.